We are live. 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 And we got a lot of news to talk about on Forever Undisputed. We got a lot of news live now. Okay. And make sure the audio is popping good. Okay. We got a lot of news to talk about. I'm gonna quickly get this up here. You're gonna see the energy rise once we get everything sorted the way it needs to be sorted. But wow, what I say, 24 hours as a Liverpool fan. This is insane. Like, that's what I want to say, guys. Before we start off by saying anything, this is insane. Yesterday I was busy reporting saying that we may sign Alexander Isak, and I was very optimal of us trying to sign Alexander Isak. But what ends up happening is Newcastle seem to not change their stance on Isak, and the case that is looking like it's gonna be is the fact that they are gonna keep Isak, try and go for somebody else because they wanted Hugo, Ekitiké, and Isak. And what it looks like right now is they're gonna go in for Wisa, which is not a bad option. He scored 19 goals in the Premier League, so can't really blame them for going for him. But overall, man, am I happy with Hugo Ekitiké? Yeah, I would say I'm happy. Would I have been happier with Isak? Of course, I would have been happier with Isak. Would I be happy with Hugo Ekitiké and Rodrigo? That sounds hype. That sounds hype. I'm a big fan of Rodrigo, and I feel like he's an exceptional player that has been undervalued at Real Madrid. But Hugo Ekitiké, I'm kind of cautious and excited because when I see the dribbling, the link-up play, the smoothness on the ball, it makes me have more optimism. It makes me have more optimism. Wait, give me 1 second, guys. Okay, yeah. It makes me have more optimism. And if you guys, the 2 people in the stream, like the video, helps the channel out a lot. It makes me have more optimism. Because when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, what it comes down to is this. Whoa, okay. Let me make sure this video is publishing. Okay, when it's all said and done, what it comes down to is this. Liverpool need a striker, and Liverpool potentially need a left winger. And we had a plan. If we can't get Isak, we go for Ekitiké. By no means necessary do we allow Newcastle to sign both. And of course Ekitiké will perform us. We're the Premier League champions. We're going to put him in the best position to win, and we're going to put him in the best position financially. So joining Liverpool over Newcastle is a no-brainer. I know a lot of Newcastle fans were getting butthurt and getting upset with a lot of Liverpool fans talking about the possibility of us getting Isak or Ekitiké. But it is what it is. What you got to understand is this. You got very, very rich owners. You are probably the richest club in the Premier League in terms of owners. But at the end of the day, what it comes down to is this. Liverpool are a bigger entity than you. So most players are going to prefer to go to Liverpool than you guys. And in this scenario, Isak ain't really pushing for a move. He's kind of content where he is. And I feel like it's because he respects Newcastle a lot. But if a fee got agreed, he most likely would have entertained the move. Or would have gone through with the move. It was one of those things where if we were going to sign him, he would have to push for the move. And he never really had that urgency. Okay, let's... I'm looking at this tweet made by Roms. We're now going to do the most to find a way of how the Ekitiké deal could be better than the Isak one. It's just not. We just need to take the L. Hey, it is what it is, man. You know what it is, yeah? You know what it is, yeah? I wouldn't really say it's taking the L. I wouldn't really say it's taking the L. Let me explain to you why. It's not taking the L because I didn't see a scenario where Liverpool necessarily lost. The only losers in this are people that were getting hyped and getting overly excited at the signing of Isak. Even though Isak hadn't agreed to anything, nothing was confirmed. It was just that Liverpool gonna try and put in the effort to try and get the player. And that's the problem with a lot of people these days. You're getting overexcited for nothing. And the reason why people are getting overexcited for nothing, it boils down to something as simple as what I'm about to say. People are getting overexcited for nothing because of the fact that they didn't expect us to sign Florian Wirtz. Now that we signed Florian Wirtz, people feel like Liverpool could sign anybody. And that's not how transfers work. There's multiple factors that come into making the deal happen. And one of the biggest things is players actually wanting to come, players pushing to come, and players, what's the word I want to use? And the club being willing to negotiate. If a player ain't pushing to move and the player's got like 3 or 2 years left on his deal, there's nothing the player can do about it. And that's is the old version, the one I printed. Did you print that? 1 second, guys. You presented into the notes and the script. Guys, just want to say, just doing a little promo, working on stuff for Jujutsu Kaisen The Blink Incident Episode 3. If you guys do not know, now you know. Go check that out. Really looking forward to Episode 3. It's going to be something that, like me personally, I'm really excited about, and I hope it is successful. But anyways, let me do my squad, my lineup builder. Let's do that. Formation. Okay, let's go here. And I need you guys to tell me if you are happy with this lineup. Okay. Okay, boom. Let's get this off my screen. Freaking hell. What are these pop-ups? Okay. Boom. And then we got... This is going to be the potential lineup that Liverpool could have next season. The potential lineup that we could have next season. Okay. Florian Wirtz. Okay. So we got, and then, actually wait, let me just share my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. Boom. Okay. So this is what we got on my screen. So now okay. And when I do this, I'm going to ask you guys a very simple question. And that simple question is, this is by the time I'm done, yeah? where do you rank this attack? Obviously, I'm going to fill out the rest of the positions, but where do you rank this attack in the league? Put it in the chat. I'm very curious to see where you guys rank this attack. Because me, I think this is one of the best attacks in the league. I think this is one of the best attacks in the league. And I'm going to say my hot take here. Let me get rid of that. Nope. Let's put this. I'm going to say my hot take here. I genuinely believe that Florian Wirtz has the potential to get 20 goals in all competitions. I genuinely believe that he has the potential to get 20 goals in all competitions. I genuinely believe that he can do that. I genuinely believe that he could do that. I feel like he's a special player, and a lot of people are sleeping on his ability to score. And if Ekitiké does the link-up play that I expect him to do, he is going to make life a whole lot easier for Florian Wirtz. Yes, we would have loved to have Isak, but at the end of the day, I don't see us losing in any scenario. The idea of Isak got people excited. Me, I came into the mindset of whether we get Ekitiké, whether we get Isak, it doesn't matter. Because to me, what it boils down to is this. To me, what it boils down to is this, and it's very, very simple. What it boils down to is the fact that, to me, what it boils down to is this. It boils down to the fact that, what's the word I'm looking for? Mine's gone blank. Mine's gone blank. Oh yeah. What it boils down to is this, yeah. Does this person fit the team? Does this person fit the team? Does this person make us better? Is there a regression? Was it a situation of Isak or on his own, or was it a situation of Isak and Rodrigo? No, not Isak, or what's his name? Hugo, Ekitiké, or Rodrigo. That's what it boils down to, and that's what people need to keep in mind when thinking about these deals. Because at the end of the day, as long as we get a good option, because after Ekitiké, it was looking dark. I'm not gonna lie to you. After Ekitiké, it was looking dark. Like, it was looking mad dark. And when I mean mad dark, I mean dark as in like the options get worse. Because obviously it looks like Victor Osimhen is going to Galatasaray. Victor Gyökeres is going to Arsenal. Isak ain't moving. Alvarez ain't moving. So now you're left with Benjamin Sesko and Hugo Ekitiké. And obviously the potential scenario of keeping Nunes for another season. And then on top of that, if you want to add another thing into account, you could also add the fact that what's the word I'm looking for? You can also add the fact that we could be in a situation where we might have to entertain options like Mateta, which Palace probably are not in a position to sell. So we could get charged north up to 80 million for Mateta. I don't think Mateta's an 80 million pound player. I think he's a solid striker. And I think that he could do a job at Liverpool, but I don't really see him as a long-term thing. Ekitiké is seen as a long-term player for the club. He's going to sign a 6-year deal. And it's going to be very interesting to see how things pan out. Because I'm very, very curious to see how things map out for him at the club. But yeah, very exciting times for Liverpool. Very exciting times. Very interested to see how things played out. And I'm starting to look forward to the season again. Obviously, with the passing of Diogo Jota, it kind of put a dampener for the season for me. I wasn't really keen to look forward to the season, but with everything going forward and everything everything happening bit by bit, I'm starting to get a little bit of hype. But it's tough still. It's tough because we've been through so many unfortunate circumstances as a club. And yeah, it's just sad to see stuff like this happen. But overall, Ekitiké, very excited, very hyped to see what happens with this guy. Will this guy end up at Liverpool? Most likely. Will this guy allow us to get Rodrigo? Potentially. And what does that mean for the centre-back situation? That's the question as well. Because we saw Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa was third choice. So we got rid of Kwanzaa. So now we got Van Dijk, Konate, and Gomez. We a bit light at the back. We need a centre-back. We need a centre-back more than we need a left winger, if I'm being real with you. We need a centre-back more than we need a left winger, if I'm being 100% real with you. But yeah, that's my opinion on that. Not really a lot to say, you know. Let me see if I can find some news that we can talk about. Also, one thing I would like to add, ask, whatever word you want to use. One thing I would like to add is, how do you guys feel? Okay, we got some breaking news regarding Manchester United. I was actually about to talk about Arsenal, but let's talk about United. Okay, Man United remain confident on Bryan Mbeumo deal as they improve their bid. Proposal now up to 70 million package plus package add-ons included, as David Olsen reported. Talks remain underway with Brentford. Brentford keep working on Amari Hutchinson as replacement as revealed. So, let me tell you what's happening with Man United. So Man United have been haggling for 5 million for the past couple of days. And one thing I'll say about this deal is this deal is eventually going to get over the line. No denying it, no hesitation on it. This deal will eventually happen. It's just one of those deals that's going to take a bit of time. It's going to take a bit of time because, like I said, Man United are haggling for over 5 mil. Now it looks like they're going to up their proposal. And Brentford already have a replacement in Omari Hutchinson, who is a solid young talent. Doesn't quite have the output of Mbeumo, but it shows that they're gonna go for more of a traditional winger, whereas Bryan Mbeumo is of the mold of a guy that can play wing, can play two up top, and can play basically across the front line. More of a forward than an out and out winger, especially inside forward type of guy. But yeah, good signing for Man United. They're trying to bring goals to their club because they've been struggling with goals over the last couple of years. But overall, what I would say is a step in the right direction for them. And they still need a midfielder. They still need centre backs, and they still need to offload players. So as far as I'm aware of, I'm not worried about them, and no one should be really worried about Man United because Man United are dormant volcano. They've been dormant for quite some time, and the moves they're making don't move me, don't bother me, don't really have me interested in it at all. And yeah, well done to them for getting closer and closer to the Bryan Mbeumo deal. Now, like I said, they need a central midfielder, they need a defender, and yeah, they need to offload Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho, who, by the way, them two players are not even remotely close to leaving. Marcus Rashford has been twerking to Barcelona for time now, and he don't even look close to getting that move. Garnacho don't look close to getting that move, so they're in a situation where things are just looking kind of peak for them, you know. Because they're going to need to offload people, because as long as they don't keep winning and as long as they don't make Champions League, a lot FFP trouble is going to start to creep up on them bit by bit. But yeah, guys, I want to know what you guys think about that deal. You think it's a good deal for Man United? Let me know down in the comments. 5 people in the stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. And after the stream, check out It's Dr. Blick. We are in the middle of a production for Jujutsu Kaisen, The Blick Incident, episode 3. So you haven't seen episode 1 and 2, go check that out. 5 people in the stream. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you like the video. We've just been dabbling in a bit of Brian and Bremer. If you guys didn't know, Liverpool have been advancing on Hugo Ekitiké. So Liverpool look like they could be signing Hugo Ekitiké. My personal opinion, I feel like it's a good signing. Potentially, guy's got bags of potential, bags of ability. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things are gonna look once Liverpool get this over the line, or if Liverpool get this over the line. If there isn't any hiccups in the negotiations, and if there isn't any hiccups in terms of the medical. But yeah, obviously the wages ain't gonna be an issue because this is gonna be a bumper contract for him. He's gonna take whatever he's gonna be given, and he has the chance to lead the line for the current reigning Premier League champions. So there's a lot of stuff going into this. There's a lot of things that we have to keep into account. This guy is truly backing himself to be that dude, which shows the character that the player has overall. But yeah, guys, that's my take on that, really. Also, as well, another thing to keep note of. Let me share my screen again. Boom. Rodrigo. So, Liverpool have begun talks with Real Madrid over Rodrigo. And what does that mean? I think Liverpool just trying to see how much he's going to cost. See if he's going to be a reasonable price. And if he's a reasonable price and the player's interested in the move, Liverpool will act and will try and advance on Rodrigo. It just really depends on the price and whether Liverpool want him bad enough to make the advances happen. It's a lot of different variables and factors in order to make that deal happen. Wait, hold up. And yeah. Yes, guys, thank you. 3 people, 3 likes. That's what I like to see. But yeah, Rodrigo. Me personally, I think if we sign Rodrigo and Ekitiké, Liverpool have the best attack or best front four in world football. And that's how much I believe in these two transforming our attack. And that's how excited I get, because the thing about signings, it's not just about the hype of their signing. It's actually not just about the signing itself and how well they're going to do. It sets a good positive energy around the club. When you sign an exciting player, a player that everybody wants, it gives a lot of feel-good factor to the club. And with the dark situations that we've been having, there hasn't really been a feel-good factor to football for a minute. It hasn't. There hasn't, because of obviously the unfortunate passing of Diogo Jota. So, God rest his soul. So, when it comes to stuff like this, we need a bit of good news. There's not going to be any good news that's going to equate to what happened to Jota, but we need good news in terms of positive energy. When it comes to these sad times and these bad moments, the biggest thing is having positive energy and positive vibe around you. Having a good, happy place so that you can keep your mental in check, man, because it's hard in these streets, man. It really is hard in these streets. So when you sign these players, it gives a feel-good factor back to the club. It gives a lot of positive energy, and it makes people seem or feel relaxed. One thing you guys got to keep in mind, football is the most unimportant thing, man. Everybody loves it. It has an effect on your emotion. It's meant to be a getaway, but sometimes this shit can give you unsurmountable amount of stress. But yeah, Rodrigo would love him at Liverpool. But this deal, I reckon, depends on Luis Diaz and what Luis Diaz is planning on doing. And it looks like Luis Diaz wants to leave the club. My opinion, good riddance. Don't let the door hit you in the backside. And I'm not saying this because I don't want Luis Diaz to stay. I'm saying this because I do not want a player that doesn't want to be at the club to stay. So he's tied in with Luis Diaz. 5 people in the stream. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, please. We are on the road to 400. So yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you do all that necessary nice stuff, man. But yeah, that's the point, man. We need to make sure that we have a feel good factor and that everybody's mental health is constantly being checked upon, and just making sure everybody's okay overall. But yeah, Rodrigo, would love him at Liverpool, and I have no issues if we sign him and Hugo Ekitiké. Ideally, the dream was Rodrigo and Isak, but hey, man, we can't be greedy. I guess we can't be greedy. We can't be greedy. What else is there? Everything's slowed down on Mark Gahey at the moment because Liverpool's focusing on securing a striker. Could we get it here we go today or tomorrow potentially? But yeah, it's interesting because there's a lot of sagas that we're in. The Luis Diaz saga, the Florian Wirtz saga was very short. It felt long as shit, but it was short. The Isak saga lasted about 2 days, and yeah, what a time to be a Liverpool fan. Honestly, what a time to be a Liverpool fan. So many exciting things and exciting moments that are happening at the club, which I love to see. 4 people in the stream. We've got 4 likes. Beautiful. What else can I say? Yeah, I just want to know what you guys think about Rodrigo. And also to Swegway, how do you guys think about the idea of Arsenal signing Victor Gyökeres? How do you guys feel about that? Do you think we should be worried? Do you think we should be worried? Do you want to know my personal opinion? My personal opinion is very straightforward. As long as Liverpool do their business, I got nothing to worry about. As long as Liverpool do their business, I got absolutely nothing to worry about. If we were able to pull this off, let me put this up close. Where do you rank this as Liverpool windows? Me, I think this will make it Liverpool's greatest window of all time. We don't really have a lot of exciting windows, but a window like this, very exciting, very hyped, very much looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen. Yeah, very much looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen, man. But overall, man, there's not really been much to talk about. Obviously, there's not that many people in the chat at the moment, so I'm just gonna keep doing short streams just to keep you guys active and just to give you guys something. I don't feel like there's a need to ramble on for like an hour or 45 minutes, because at the end of the day, I'm giving you guys the point I'm trying to make, and you guys are understanding the points we're making. And yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up here. 27 minutes, almost 30 minutes. That's a decent level amount of stream. So guys, if you got any questions, you can watch it in the playback and see what I've said. And if you want to comment, I'll reply to your comment. I don't really have an excuse not to reply, but yeah, I'll reply to the comments and whatnot. But anyway.